And boom, we done entered the room. What up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. It is 8:01 p.m. Thursday, August 1st, 2024. Do you know where you're... Ooh, shout out my boy Liv in the back.
Hey, it's your boy, Liberty Dragon, out here breathing fire. Ching.
What up, bro? Liv right now. And boom, we done entered the room. What up, everybody? Welcome to... Messing up over here with the audio. My bad, y'all. Anyways, we got to a little too crunk there. Liberty is in the back channel right now, y'all. We having a little bit of issue with the video, but we're gonna be here with the audio. What's up, Lib?
Just holding it down over here for real patron in his house. Holla.
Let's go. Hey, it's been a crazy week, bro. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm off on the weekend, and I'm happy. What's up, Lib? How you been? Talk to us.
I'm exuberant. Thank you for asking. Just completed a move. I'm in the big TX now, where I'm from. You know, I was born in Texan. Now I'm back in the old Wild West over here, and I'm enjoying it so far. And now I'm establishing something. I'm close to Nino, not too far. So we're gonna, turn up with some content, maybe IRL. But I'm great. How are you, Nino? Thank you for asking.
I'm doing good, bro. Everything's going pretty well. We're just working on this content, trying to knock it out and do well as far as, providing for the family and the kids. So let's get to it without further ado, y'all. I'm going to jump into the actual Facebook, y'all. Let's go to the Facebook page. We got a Facebook group as well. Check it out. The internet is on fire right now. Speaking about this boxer, we'll go to that in a minute. I got a funny meme right here of Iron Mike, Michelle Tyson. Hey, there's a bunch of memes everywhere, y'all. We'll touch on that as we go. But there's a Facebook page. Check us out on Nino America on Facebook, on all platforms. Here's the Democrats on their way to vote for the nominee they didn't choose. I want to highlight my boy Dusty Vision TV. I was interviewed on his channel yesterday. Lib, that was a pretty good interview. Your thoughts before we continue? I'm going to scroll Facebook. Go ahead.
Oh, hell yeah. That was like a classic radio interview. That interview was goated. I'm not gonna lie. It sounded like vintage, authentic. It sounds like something I would listen to like on a long car trip to really, to help make it go by quicker and be entertained. So it was very great.
Yeah,
thank you for the entertainment.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I collab with him, Dusty Vision, and it got a couple hundred views. It's already like 150 for being. It's not bad for independent channel like mine, man. But it's on his channel. Check it out, Dusty Vision TV, y'all. I'll put the link in the description on this video. But I got some funny pictures. Here's Kamala, y'all. She's Indian in 2019. She comes out the bushes as black, y'all. So there's that one. She's bliggity. She's black, y'all. But that's kind of funny. The memes galore and much more. There's a picture here of Jim Carrey, y'all, a weird picture. And somebody commented on there and said, who cares? Fool, I care. I can't stand when people do that, bro. Whenever you make a post and then someone just posts, who cares? Son of a gun.
It's the internet.
That's right. Why
it's like someone cares.
But it says no one, now that I look at it, bro, no one knows me. What the hell? But this dude's kind of a weirdo. I believe he's a libtard, maybe a Trump hater. Possibly, more than likely, but it's kind of a weird picture, and I posted on the Facebook, and there we go. Someone says right here, bro, on the, let me get over here. We got a comment over here on YouTube. It says, Misgendered, please elaborate. We will here momentarily. Give us a time to get our feet in the sand here in the desert as we go on this live stream. We're going to touch on everything, and as we go. So let's continue. There's Kamala morphs. This was funny, bro. From the collard green, from the curry to the collard green.
This is epic, bro. I like this one.
That's a pretty good one, right? I got some epic memes, y'all. Straight up. There's some videos. There's the Olympics, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I took my post down about the Olympics because, first of all, I didn't want to get a fact check, to be honest. But I'm gonna be pretty surprised what happens tomorrow because the Olympics and this actual boxer, I'm going to pull her up right now, or him. I don't know. It's really confusing, and we're going to elaborate on this. Iman Khalif, that's the one in red that they said was the man, supposedly. And look at her name, Iman Khalif. It's like basically, I'm a man. I'm man. Yeah. I'm man. But anyways, I erased a post on the Facebook. Well, no, I didn't erase it. I reworded it, and I put plot twist. This just may be a biological woman. story developing. Okay, so we're going to touch on this. We got a pretty crazy little plot twist here, y'all, if it is. And this is the person that was putting hands on the woman in the 2024 Olympics. I woke up to this news. I pushed it myself, and then I seen Wake Up with Linda on Twitter or on Instagram stories saying that this is misinfo, that this is actually a biological woman with the hormone problem. We'll get to that in a minute. Lib, your thoughts when you first heard about the story? Don't go too deep before we get into it. Go ahead.
Well, when I heard about it, I mean, it's like I'm not even surprised, to be honest,
I'm
because
confused.
this is where we've been heading for a long time. And you know what's crazy? It, we have all these people talk about, oh, you're over exaggerating, yada yada, like about culture wars. Like this stuff doesn't happen. It happens. It does happen, just like this.
Good point. All right, so here's the video, y'all. If you get a chance, check it out. It's Trump versus Kamala, who should be our next president, on Dusty Vision TV on YouTube. So we'll continue. There's a little feed, y'all. Anyways, I just wanted to show the Facebook real quick for lack of better words. Now let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the first story of the night. Shout out our 10 people watching. You know, we appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. And we'll continue with this next story, which is the main story, I believe, of, the day. This thing really busted out, and I'll get to it right now. So, fake news misgenders Olympic boxer. Kind of not a weird, but a suggestive title, should I say, today, Junior. But this broke everywhere, and they're saying that this woman or this person, I'm confused, Lib. The committee releases a statement on Iman Khalif after biologically male boxer destroyed female rival. The girl was Angela Carini in 46 seconds, right? I don't want to play it because it's kind of weird how this works, y'all. You post this stuff and you get taken down. You get violations for posting this kind of content, even though it's the Olympics and it's boxing. I digress. So this is on Daily Mail. They updated it, right? And they're still calling this person, Iman Khalif, a biological male. Now, I've been seeing reports come out that this person was actually born a female, but has a hormone deficiency, something to that effect. Liberty, your thoughts while I highlight points of this article. Go ahead.
Well, the thing is, they're saying that this person, this thing, has some sort of condition, right? That's what they're telling us. It's a condition, and due to that condition, it's caused an elevated level of testosterone, and for this thing to have an XY chromosome. But as a matter of fact, only males have both chromosomes. Women, biological women, are XX. So we have people saying this is a biological woman, but that's not possible because the chromosomes speak for themselves. That's science. You cannot have a woman with both chromosomes. It doesn't make sense. Women have XX, men have XY. Now, there are cases where they have an extra chromosome, a third chromosome, right? That's a problem. But these are genetics. Only men have both chromosomes. So there's people dancing around this subject. They're saying, oh, well, it's a biological woman. How is that possible? Call it due to a condition or whatever. If you have both chromosomes, you are a biological male. There's no way around it. That's a man. That is a male. No matter what you want to call it, no matter what condition you want to claim it is, it doesn't matter because scientifically, that is a biological man.
Man, I'm confused, Lib. It says right here that this girl quit after taking 46 seconds of being beat by this person thing who failed a gender test. So you're saying that this is a biological man. The Olympics put this person in there, even though this person failed a gender test. Guys, what kind of what kind of a country do we live in, right? Or should I say, what the time period we live in where there's gender tests that someone actually fails, and then they go to the Olympics and puts hands on a woman, and now the whole internet's in an uproar, and everybody's like, what the hell is going on? Let's be honest, why would they even have the need to have a gender test in the Olympics, everybody? That's crazy. But anyways, here's a picture of her, on her knees. The woman that got, that basically quit, gave up, said it hurt too bad. And there's the, Iman, I don't know how you say her name, patting her on the back. and with a little smug on her face, and they're saying that this is actually, well, they're saying it's half and half, right, Lib? Some people are saying she's a man. Some people are saying she's a woman. I honestly don't know. Okay. So, anyways, there she is putting tips on her. And again, like I said, I'm not going to post any of it because that's how they get you on social media. They give you violations for even sharing this crap. I digress. I'm going to go to what's his name on Twitter, Dom Luker, and he has an interesting post. Any final words on this topic before I go to his actual post? Lib, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm a little bit surprised on some people's takes. Just like Suleiman, this dude Suleiman Ahmed. It's this guy who like goes on Twitter Spaces with the
Yeah.
Tates and Co. Et cetera, et cetera. And he has the take. He said it's a woman, but it can't be a woman because they have both chromosomes. But he's saying that she has hyperandrogenism. That's the condition, but it doesn't matter because the chromosomes speak for themselves. Call it a condition, call it whatever. You can't skirt around it.
Okay, so let's go to Dom Luker on Twitter. He has a very interesting article, and let's get to it. So here is a correction from Dom Luker, who is a very prominent figure on Twitter. And what this guy is saying is, I'm going to read it to you, Lib. According, let me see here. I got the right file here. According, it says Iman Khalif, the Algerian boxer that went viral at the Olympics, was born a woman. She was banned at the World Championship because of the unfair advantage her genetic disorder DSD gives her. Transgender surgeries are outlawed in Algeria. It has also been verified that her passport identifies her as a female. In March 2023, Khalif was disqualified for failing to meet eligibility criteria shortly before her gold medal bout at the 2023 IBA Women's World Boxing Championships. Let's see here. There's speculation that Khalif may not be transgender, but has a disorder of sex development DSD, which causes some females to have XY chromosomes and blood testosterone levels typical of a male. If she couldn't qualify at the World Championships, I don't believe she should in the World Olympics. But she isn't a man. As for Angela Carini, she was robbed, but she has also been crying since 2021. They're saying the woman that she hit is usually crying. They post footage of her getting carried out, and they're saying that people were using that footage with this actual incident, and they're being disingenuous and lying about it, y'all. That's why I went ahead and took my post down because, to be honest, I don't know. I'm confused as hell about the whole situation, and I can't wait to see what comes out. I'm gonna be honest. I believe that this party is a biological woman, right, with some kind of defect. Liberty, what are your thoughts? Go ahead. Well, you
You
kind
know
of said
what?
it. But make your final
You
stance
know
on it.
what I think it is though? I think that it's somebody who's born with the parts possibly from a woman, but in every other way, it's like a genetic defect, but in every other way, it's biologically a man because there's just no way you can skirt around the chromosomes. The chromosomes speak for themselves. That is only men have both chromosomes. So call it what you want, but women cannot have both chromosomes. Maybe he was born with women parts, but biologically, that's a man. I
What?
just don't see how this can even because that's what it goes to. Women have XX chromosomes, men have XY chromosomes. So I just don't see how it's even. I mean, I get it, and it's probably like it's strange and it's confusing, but that's
Big
science.
time.
Men have both, but women don't. Does
I
that
don't
make
know.
sense? Or am I going crazy? That's
No,
like science.
like I said, I'm confused as hell. But I went ahead and took down the post because I don't want to be spreading misinfo. And to really be honest, I don't want to be getting violations from the fact checkers as soon as they come out. Within, I'm pretty sure they'll have it by tomorrow, the whole situation. But there's Dom Luker defending this person, saying she was born a she. And he has his whole defense there. And he's one of the guys that's on our side, I believe. But he's coming out and saying that this is basically a woman. Again, who knows? I'm confused. I don't know what to tell you. I just know, like I said, I took down my post, and I want to be, I want to have facts presented, and I honestly don't know. It looks like a man beating on a woman at the Olympics. This person cannot pass the gender test of all things. Lord, we have gender tests for sports now, but she hasn't been able to pass these tests. Then they say that the person that she beat down has been crying since 2021, about similar situations, about getting beat. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Lib, thanks for your breakdown. You believe it's a well, what do you believe, bro? I'm kind of confused now. What do you believe? Man or woman?
I think its science points to it being a biological male because males have both chromosomes XY and women have XX. So I just don't see how it can be anything else. That is how it's measured. That is the measurement, the chromosomes. So I don't see how you can call it a condition, you call it whatever. How can you get around the fact that all of science unanimously says men have both chromosomes, women only have XX? How can you skirt around that? That is how it's identified. I just don't see. I get what people are saying. It probably has lady parts, but technically, scientifically, that's biological male. So I
But
don't get how these big accounts are saying that. It just doesn't make sense to me because that's how it's measured.
hey, badass. Don says Don Luca needs to share his source of the information. That's a good point. I would like to see where he's getting it from because I'm telling you, you start going down this little rabbit trail, y'all, and it's hard to find out, who's telling the truth, y'all. There's so much misinfo and disinfo. That's why I don't want to be a part of it, y'all. But I don't even know if Trump spoke up against this. I know they said that he's going to ban men from competing with women, but I'd hate for Trump to make a statement on this and be wrong. Out of all people, I would hope that Trump is careful, even saying anything about this because I'm confused, and a bunch of us are confused. Someone says we're gonna have to have Alpha says we're gonna have to start walking around with the ultrasound to look for ovaries. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments, y'all. Wild times, and let's go. Okay, so let's read a couple more comments, y'all. Shout out everybody in the chat with us. More than one slash he says Toto. Uh, here's badass Dan with his comment earlier. Yeah, Alpha says male hormones. This is wild. This is a wild one. I'm telling you, that's why I didn't come on here, y'all. Sitting here saying, "Oh, I know it all," or I gave you kind of a clickbaity title to be honest, to get people interested, right? Because everybody's talking about this right now. But the point is, I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's a man, woman, but let's be honest. The lib chat. The worst thing about this all is that we even have to question this stuff, right? How is this even
Sure, sure.
questionable in 2024? You agree, Lib? Go ahead.
Yeah, true. I mean, like I said, I just don't see how it's possible that it's not a biological male. That's the chromosomes. It's different from hormones. I just want to, like expand on that. It's different. It's like in the actual DNA itself. It's the chromosome combination.
But Lib, then they're saying that she has a disorder. I digress, y'all. We're gonna go to the next subject, and here we go. Boom. Elon Musk basically exposing Democratic misinfo about the border. What do you say about Elon, bro? It's the gift that keeps on giving. So
Yeah.
Elon Musk retweeted this, y'all, and it says right here, if I can read it, let me go to my actual Twitter. Your thoughts on Elon before I continue. Go ahead, Lib.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I've been on the Elon train, so to say. People were like talking, "Oh, he's only doing this for this," but he's spoken out about so many different important issues. And not only that, he's thrown his weight 100% behind Trump. Let's
True.
be honest, he's taking down the fake news. He's going hard on all these big issues, and he's using his platform to speak the truth and allow it to be spoken.
Okay, so
W.
yeah, W Elon. I like the guy. He's cool. Even though we have a story about him and his plant in a minute. He actually retweeted this, but I just retweeted his retweet, and it didn't show what he said. But he said this: government is underreporting an additional 46,500 a month in illegal immigration. So he's saying not just what's showing, but there's an additional almost 50,000 people coming in a month, y'all. This, man, we're done for. The United States of America is done for. Stick a fork in it. I hope I'm wrong. And I'm kind of, joking around. But it says right here, legacy media wants Again, willfully spreading Democrat misinfo about the border. CBS glosses over the fact that the current administration mass report imports inadmissible foreigners into the interior of the country now. They dismiss 46,500 per month missing from the data with this editorial fig leaf. And it says in quotations, those figures do not include entries at official border crossings, otherwise known as ports of entry, where the Biden administration is processing roughly 1,500 migrants per day through a phone app that distributes appointments to those awaiting in Mexico. Crisis solved? Yeah, right. So, anyways, there's basically a report coming out, y'all. This is freaking crazy. And shout out Elon for highlighting this. Your thoughts? Go ahead, Lib.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just obvious that the data is misleading. Of course, they're underestimating everything. They're misreporting it because that's what they're trying to do. Even with the misreporting, it's still up to 20 million people since Sleepy took office. That's an insane amount. Trump believes, and a lot of and I believe it's much more than that. I'd say it could be
Oh,
25 million, maybe 30 million, because that amount is just the amount that we know come in 20 million. But how many did they not see or catch? I mean, it's insane.
exactly. I totally agree. Like, this is what's being reported, and they're underreporting it. But at the same time, what about those that are not getting reported or even caught whatsoever? Wild times, y'all. And anybody that supports illegal immigration, I'll just tell you this: every night, sleep with all your windows and all your doors open, and let anybody come stay in your house for free, feed them forever, feed their kids forever, give their kids and them health care forever. And that's, I recommend you do that before you tell us that you want open borders. We're against it all the way. And it's sad this is happening, but we're going to keep highlighting this, despicable situation at the southern border. And it's wild, y'all, to say the least. It's horrible. And what's going to happen to this country, once it boils over. Simple as that. So let's continue. We got some more awesome stuff here. That is boom right there. And the next topic we'll get into, shout out everybody in here. Yes, Badass Don says border czar Kamala failed at her job. Totally agree. And then she wants to get on there and basically, talk down on Trump when she was, in office for almost 3.8 years. She didn't do a damn thing. She's freaking worthless. And of course, we stand against her. Real quick train of thought. I told Liberty, what if we're playing in their plot? Even though we do have to be on the offensive, because we're Trumpers, we're conservatives, whatever you want to call us, and we are going to be making memes, sharing memes, exposing Kamala. But what if, ladies and gentlemen, what if that's not really their person, their pick? They say it is, but let's remember, y'all, it's not official till the DNC, till they have their convention. Then they really, vote to put Kamala in that position. I shared the meme earlier, but if I was a Democrat, I would be pissed off. Nobody voted for Kamala, y'all. She was basically the person of color, right, that was there to get put in there when Joe Biden couldn't finish the freaking job, couldn't continue. So if I was a Democrat, excuse me, I'd be pissed off because nobody voted for this woman. They're doing the hokey doke on you. Either way, I told Liberty, what if this is part of their plan? What if we're just, I don't want to say wasting our time, but we're exposing her. But whenever it comes time to really select the person that they're going to run for president, they switch it out with someone else. Your thoughts, real quick, Lib. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? I was talking about this with Nino briefly earlier, and I told him, I was like, well, what if the trap is to make us think that it's a trap and like 4D chess or 64D backgammon, so we kind of lay off on her. But you know what? I think, Nino, I think no matter what, they're cooked. And I think they underestimated the level of savagery people were going to come with against Kamala because she has a lot of skeletons in the closet, a lot of skeletons that people didn't really think. And I think, I'm going to be honest, I think if we didn't have, speaking of Elon, I think if we didn't have Elon Musk, it would not be like this. Because let's be honest, Nino, you saw how they censored the picture, the valiant picture of Trump raising his fist after the assassination attempt. They censored that. And then they came back and they apologized later. But the
Yep.
only reason they apologized is because people were pressuring them through X, through Twitter. So I think they underestimated the power of Twitter, actually, because with the pressure from Twitter, it's making all the other platforms have to be more free, first of all. And you
Interesting.
just saw it's a record now. X is the most visited social media website officially. It just came out day before yesterday. Big Elon, he's excited about it. I think they underestimated the power of free speech, and they can't do what they usually do because now people can speak freely about it. That's
Mm.
what I'm thinking. I see what you're saying. It could be a trap, but overall, I think they just underestimate. I think they're cooked regardless because it's not like it used to be. They can't just censor the truth. You see what they're doing with the borders are story, right? They're literally all of these places.
Yeah.
Axios wrote an article about it years ago. The borders are Kamala Harris. Then they had the audacity to come out and say she was never the borders. They wrote an article. The same author, the same journalist wrote about it. That's how they're blatantly lying. You know what? I'll take a step further, Nino, and this is I'll land the plane. Even on YouGov, a supposed nonpartisan organization, nonpartisan website. A few years ago, they rated her the most liberal senator officially. That's not like saying I'm saying, oh, she's the most liberal. Well, that's what I think. Officially on YouGov, a nonpartisan website, and they took down the entire page. So it's like they're all running cover. And Google, how they're, if you look up Trump, they fixed it now, but it would come up with Kamala. It's crazy, man. You can see they're running cover. So I don't want to hear anybody say anything about, oh, Trump's a sellout. He's a shield. It's obvious the establishment is stacked against him. It's in your face. You can see any person with 20 brain cells can see that.
Well, some people don't have that many, Lib, or some are born with different chromosomes. I digress. Great breakdown. Thank you, Liberty. Let's get to the next topic at hand. Now, this right here is pretty wild. Off the Trump video game Twitter page is okay. Wrong clip here. Now I'm really messing up. Boom. Trump obliterates the fake news. Now, this went viral. Where was Trump at, Lib? Give a quick breakdown before we play this clip. Thank you.
He was at NABG. It was a National Association of Black Journalists. He came there to speak. He went in the lion's den, so to say, because they were going to try to grill him. And look, they just were not ready for Trump. And this is when he excels, when he's in a tough fight. Watch this clip, y'all. It's insane.
True. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabbit to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. I've done so much, and and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money. They were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was wrong.
I would love
I think
if
it's
you
a
can answer
very
the
nasty
question. On your
question.
and why you
I have
believe
answered the
that black voters
question.
trust you with another
I
4
have
years.
been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln.
That's
my answer.
Better than President
That's
Johnson,
my
who signed the
answer.
Voting Rights
And
Act?
for you to start off a question and answer period, especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work in such a hostile manner, I think it's a disgrace.
Let's go, boss dog. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I'll be embarrassed and pissed off if Trump put me on the spot like that and told me that, because I'm gonna be honest. Whenever you have technical difficulties, it can be very frustrating, especially whenever you're late and you have a guest, and especially with something as big as this event. Man, Trump put them in the hot seat, Lib. That's the boss dog, Bigger Bell, and we salute him. Your thoughts? Go ahead, Liberty Dragon.
Bro, I was not overselling that at all. That's classic Trump right there. Let's be honest. I think his advisors, some people think they're misguided and they've kind of been, making some strange decisions. I think his advisors thought this was going to be a walk in the park. They didn't realize it was going to go down like this, but they also didn't realize this is where Trump excels. This is him. He loves challenges. He loves to be attacked. And I don't think, look, he's a masterclass of charisma. I don't think many people could handle it like Trump. He wasn't nervous. He told her, he put her on the spot, and he got the crowd to cheer for him. W Trump, man. I love Trump. This is why we love Trump, because he's not a coward. And he is not afraid to do the right thing and stand up for this country.
Totally agree. So let's go on to the next topic at hand, which will be, Gallon says Trump has a backbone, for lack of better words. Yeah, he ain't playing, y'all. And we're back on the Trump, I'm not going to say the Trump train because we've been Trumpers for a while, but we're back on the mission. And the mission is to make America great again. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's continue, y'all. The next topic at hand, we got a lot of great clips here. Is going to be right here. Boom. Trump getting more black support. Now, I got a bunch of clips from all over the United States of people coming out in support of the boss dog Bigger Bell Trump. Donald J. Trump, should I say. Check it out.
Before I start this interview, I'm going to ask y'all to, forgive my language in advance. Because I'm going to say some stuff on here that I don't use to sell my videos. So those of y'all who have sensitive ears, keep swiping. Let this be one of my videos that you swipe on by. Because, listen, playtime is over and the gloves are off. Now, listen, first I want to say thank you to my Chi-Town sister who, let me know that Trump was going to be in Chicago doing the interview. Now, let me say this. This was the most disrespectful interview I think I've ever seen. First of all, Trump knew when he went to this interview that he was going in the lion's den. Kudos, Trump, to you going to this, because this was some straight up bullshit. This girl was so disrespectful, it's ridiculous. The whole fucking panel was disrespectful, but it was so disrespectful, it was ridiculous. First of all, Kamala Harris didn't even show up. Kamala Harris didn't even show up because she don't feel like she needs to show up, because she already knows she got the black votes lined up in Chicago, and she don't have no respect for the black people. And let's not forget, she chicken shit. She complete chicken shit, because she been saying she wanted to debate Trump, and this would have been the best time for her to be on stage with Trump and say whatever she wanted to say to him. But of course she didn't even show up. The doggone interviewers, they were 35 minutes late because they had no respect for Trump either. But Trump, kudos to you for going into this bull crap. Now, this interview didn't even start the interview off by saying hello President Trump, or hello former President Trump, or hello Trump. She didn't even speak to him. She just went straight into the text. And let me tell y'all something. I don't like Kamala Harris at all. Period. Y'all know I don't like Kamala Harris. But she is the VP of the United States of America. And then if I had a conversation with her, if I had an interview with her, the first thing I would do before I even started any question would say, hello, VP Harris, how you doing? That's the least respect you can give to anybody. But these disrespectful tricks, they have any respect for Trump. All they did was come out with attacks from the beginning. From the fucking beginning, that's all they came out with. Now, this dumbass trick gonna have the nerve to say to Trump, tell me why should black people support you? With your rhetoric and all this and all that, and why should black people support you? You lied about Obama, you lied about Nikki Haley, and let me tell y'all something. That's what a lot of the black community mad at Trump about, because Trump questioned Obama citizenship in the United States of America, and you cannot question King Obama, because black folks will have a fit. That's what a lot of them upset with Trump about. Because you can't question their God. And a lot of black people, their God is Obama. Y'all get mad at me all y'all want. It is what it is. I said what I said, and I meant what the fuck I said. Yep, I said it. But let me tell y'all this right here. So she comes at Trump with all this old bullcrap. So of course Trump said, well, I've done a lot of stuff for the black community. He said the same thing he always said. I've done more for the black community than anybody else for Abraham Lincoln. Then this dumb, supposed to be educated ass trick had the audacity to say with her brainwashed, brain dead, simple-minded ass. So you telling me you done more for the black community than Lyndon B. Johnson, who passed the Voter Rights Act? This has got to be the dumbest bitch I ever heard in my life, and I've heard a lot of them. But she's supposed to be so educated. First of all, let me tell y'all something, because I'm tired of blacks acting like Democrats, and Lyndon B. Johnson did so much for the goddamn black community. Lyndon B. Johnson didn't have a fucking choice but to sign off on the Voting Rights Act because Republicans passed it. He was the president of the United States of America, and he didn't have a choice but to sign off on it. It's not like Lyndon B. Johnson and the Democrat Party did a goddamn thing for blacks out of the kindness of their heart. They did it because they didn't have a choice because Republicans passed it. And I'm so sick of these goddamn dumbass black folks acting like Democrats love us. They ain't never cared nothing about us, and they still don't. But y'all keep falling for this goddamn trap they keep putting out there, thinking they care so much about you. And yep, I said what I said, and I meant what I said. But then, shit goes on to ask, so you call, Republicans and y'all said Kamala Harris is a DEI hire. Do you think she's a DEI hire? Fuck yeah, she's a DEI hire. She's a DEI hire. She was hired because she was a woman and because she was a woman of color. And she started calling herself black. Then this interviewer gonna tell me, well, she always called herself black. You telling a fucking lie, because Kamala Harris called herself whatever she need to call herself to get whatever vote she need to get. I'm waiting on her to say that she's a trans woman, because now she's trying to get votes on the trans community. Kamala Harris has been an Indian woman when she was running up there in fucking California. She became a black woman when she was running for VP, and she needed the black votes. And like I said, I'm waiting on her to say she's a trans woman, because now she's trying to get votes from the trans community. So don't sit up here and act like Kamala Harris don't switch with the wind because she cared. That was the worst interview ever. And Trump, I give kudos to you for even going into this bullshit, because I wouldn't have went nowhere near it. I wouldn't have went nowhere near it, period. But let me tell y'all something.
Come on.
If y'all sitting up here thinking just because the person is black or just because the person is a woman that they got to jump in line with the Democratic Party or they got to vote for Kamala Harris, kiss the crack of my ass, because I am a black woman and I'm not voting for either. I'm not voting for Kamala Harris and I'm not voting for the Democratic Party, and it is what the fuck it is.
Man, who is this lady, bro? Damn.
Oh my God. I gotta say, that was a masterful takedown.
Bro, usually, I'll interject here and there, but I had to let her just get it out, man. Wow, I think it says Carly Bonnie or Bon. I don't know her now. I need to follow this woman. Wow, y'all. And she broke it down with Lyndon B. Johnson and all that stuff. This lady is fire, bro. Very informative voter. And I'm going to touch on this, right? Awesome clip. Thank you, ma'am, because I'm going to post this later. Lib, I'm going to say this. Everybody watching now, let's be honest, y'all. We're critical thinkers. I'm not going to vote for someone because of their skin color, okay? I'm not even going to vote for someone just because of their party lines, to be completely honest. As a critical thinker and an informed voter, I'm going to vote for someone with the best policies. And I said this on my live yesterday with Dusty. Lib, did you catch it when I said, hey, Kamala, give us some kind of a policy? I would like to hear, even though I'm a diehard Trumper, if she had a good policy, if I believed her, maybe I'd be opening to even considering voting for her. I want to vote for the best candidate, Lib. You know what I'm saying? But Kamala Harris has zero policy. She has a horrible record, and she sucks. She's whack. She's lame. But like I said, I'm with the policy over feelings. I'm with the policy over the color lines. And I'm with the policy over the party lines, to be honest, Lib. I want someone that's going to represent me and my family in my country well. And it's going to do for my fellow countrymen in my said country. Amen. So she has a point here. Just because you're black or you're a woman, you got to automatically vote for the said black woman, Kamala. Is she black? Is she Indian? We got some clips in a minute. But Lib, that's what I'm saying, bro. We need to listen to the actual substance of what this lady's saying. And Kamala Harris has yet to have any kind of policy or plan of action. And I keep saying this. Where is her plan? What is she going to do? She had 3.8 years to do something with Joe Biden, and they didn't do a damn thing. Joe Biden's stepping out the race. Go ahead, Lib.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. You know what's crazy? I actually saw an ad from her. She's trying to run an ad talking about Donald Trump didn't do this for the border. Donald Trump denied funding. That's the angle that she's taking in one of her ads. She's trying to say she's the law and order candidate. She's the big a border person, even though she's the border czar. She never been to the border. Oh, excuse me, like her myself. She went to the border, but the wrong part of the border, like a vacation spot at the border, not the part of the border. So technically, she can say, and Trump spoke on that too. He said technically she can say she went to the border one time, but not the right part of the border. It's so fraudulent. It's so funny. It's so disgustingly fake. It's right there in our face, and it's crazy that they think they can get away with this. And like we were mentioning earlier, that's why they're surprised, and that's why you think it might be a trap, because it's not going too well for them. They may try to tell us, the polls, she's up in all these polls. There's no way in hell that's true. Let's be honest, because Trump got 10 million more votes the second election. I would not be surprised if he got 10 million more votes again this time. And you know what? It's going to be interesting to see how they deal with that. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, here's the next one. Another black woman speaking. Let's check it out.
This is what I don't understand, truly. Trump is like the guy that's going to tell you what he wants from you straight up. Kamala is so disingenuous. She's the man that tells you he loves you. You guys are going to get married, have all these kids, and live happily ever after. And the moment he gets what he needs from you, you never hear from him ever again. That's Kamala. America, the choice is so crystal clear to me, but you guys are so gaslit, drinking off of this Kool-Aid. But a lot of women fall for the second guy, which is AKA Kamala Harris. So I get it. But it's time that we wake up. Like, honestly, Trump is the better option. Like, what is it that you're not seeing?
Man,
this is what I don't understand.
And I'm going to be honest. It's not like we're sitting here. Look, I'm not up here politicking for Trump because I just like the guy and I love him, which I do, right? But
I do.
I'm just saying, though, the reason is I believe he's the better candidate, especially in this situation. Whenever he was running against Joe Biden, I felt he was a better candidate when he ran against Hillary Clinton. That's why I backed the dude, okay? It ain't because of the party line, the skin color, like I said, the hair color, the chromosomes, man, woman, whatever. I'm voting for the better candidate. So like I said, this woman's got a good point. The other one did too. And I got one more clip and we'll close this section out here momentarily. Check it out. This is the other one. We got some good clips here, y'all. Where is it? Right here. Let's check it out.
Hey.
Yeah?
I heard somebody call you racist online.
I love being called racist for not supporting Kamala. I mean, I am also the one that is 100% black, married to a black man, raising and birthed black children. So follow me for more racist conservative content. And this right there, see that?
Hey.
Yeah.
She said it. She's married to a black man, raising a black family, and but they call her the R word. What the hell? Crazy times, y'all. But there it is. Is Trump getting more black support? I believe so. I see it all over Instagram. I see it on Twitter. But they, of course, they want to call Trump the R word. Final words on this, Lib. Go ahead.
No, I just, you love to see it, Nino. You love to see it. That's beautiful right there.
Amazing. And let's get to the chat, y'all. What up, ACB in the building? Shout out Freedom, man. God bless you. Always dropping super chats. Thank you. I wish more black Americans could be like this woman stating the facts of Kamala and the Democrat machine of lies and filth and immorality. She was a breath of fresh air of truth. Yes, I don't know what you're talking about. I had 3 of them on, and they were all equally awesome, I should say myself. So let's continue, Lib. We'll get to the next topic at hand. Thank you, Freedom, for your super chat. And I'm just switching my hats like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, y'all. I just feel like it. That's my trademark, I believe, and we'll continue. So the next topic at hand is going to be, is it Vance? Let's see. Boom.
Jay Dizzle.
Boom. No, robots taking over. Check it out, y'all.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people from my last video saying that nothing's coming, nothing's going to happen. I'm paranoid. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell you like this. This is where I'm working, okay? I'll read that. That's where I'm working right now. The man who owns that company, I'll say Elon Tusk, You know, y'all know Shelon Tuss.
He's obviously saying Elon. Let's continue.
Find the rhyme, the rhythm. He has us working 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. I'm an electrician. I wire up all the machinery that they're using to build the trucks. I'm wiring up all the machinery that they are using to build these robots, okay? We are working 12 hours, 7 days a week. I have worked for TikTok. I have worked for Amazon. I have worked for Samsung. I have worked for Fortune 500 companies all year. Nobody is pushing their people like this, okay? 12-hour shifts. He is trying to complete this for something. I promise you, bro, soon as these robots go online, it will kill 80% of the job force. All you people driving trucks in restaurants who don't think this can happen in Japan, they already have robots serving tables. They already have nurses that are being robotically projected from monitors to help patients.
Real quick, I'm gonna interject, Lib. I wanted to share this, y'all, because I'm a trucker, and they just delivered, I think, a load of sand. When you extract oil from the ground, you need sand for the fracking, right? I'm not a fracker. I haul oil, so I don't know much about it, but I do know there's a bunch of sand haulers in West Texas. They are very dangerous. To be honest, if they put robots in the trucks, I'd probably trust them more than these sand haulers. They come from God knows where, and they're horrible drivers. They always are wrecking. But I know that recently they hauled a load of sand out here in the oil field. And they said that it's a perfect place because in the oil field, you got to go off the main blacktop. You have to go into these lease roads that are nothing but dirt, caliche, and there's not people around really, just workers. It's the oil field, right? So they said it's a perfect place to test out these autonomous vehicles, these driverless trucks and trailers, and they're doing it already. I kid you not. I thought this was going to happen maybe in 5 to 10 years, maybe, possibly more likely 20, but it's already happening sooner than I expected, y'all. So that's why I wanted to play this clip. What's going to happen when they start replacing us, Lib? You know, this is pretty wild to say the least. And I actually believe this guy. And let's be honest, Lib, I don't know what you think about Elon Musk and the future with the robots. Maybe you can fill us in on his thoughts. But I think this is kind of, I don't want to say scary, but this is cause for alarm because people are going to lose their jobs. These truck drivers, I already know they're going to be out of a job once that robot can replace them, and they're already starting right now. Go ahead, Lib.
Yeah, there's actually, some sort of equation. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but it says that the further along we get in technology, the faster the technological advancements become. So the more advanced we become, the quicker advancements come, if that even makes sense. That's why, like you said, you thought stuff like this would happen in maybe 5-10 years. I think most people did, but it's coming by so quickly. And like you highlighted, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a bad thing, but there are a lot of cases where this iRobot, let's be honest, this is kind of a scary thought, right? We're unclear. We don't know what could happen. And I'll take it a step further. Even if it has the best intentions and it's done very well, there's safeguards. What happens on the off case that someone is able to hack into one of these robots? That's all it takes, because just the ability, a robot, even if it never does anything, just the ability for a robot to do something, to potentially hurt somebody, all it takes is one person to try to hack into it and hell can break loose. I'll give you an example. Like a Ring doorbell, or lights or what they use in the rooms, like baby monitor, for example, that has the camera on it, that has the voice on it, it's connected to people's Wi-Fi. We've seen people hack into those, and they're screaming at the baby in the middle of the night. Some weird creepazoid like screaming at some child, and the kid is like traumatized. They don't know where it's coming from. Just some strange man, and that's just a baby monitor. What I'm saying? Imagine that on 100 times scale. That is what could happen with a robot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's scary to think about. I love Elon, and I think this is like an inevitability. And, I do have a little bit more faith in him than other people, to put some sort of safeguards on it. And for example, Elon Musk has spoken about the danger of AI, but it's still a scary situation. And there's so many things that could go wrong.
Let's finish the clip and then we'll end with our thoughts on this portion. Let's go.
Your job is not safe, okay? 80% of the workforce will be killed by these robots. And as soon as he puts these AIs inside of these robots, I promise you, bro, they will think, be smarter, faster, and they do not need to sleep, bro.
I mean, we go to this kind of a minute scale. I'm gonna interject real quick though. We go to Taco Bell, and I like to go talk to the little old lady, put my order in when I go to the one in Odessa, and there's a screen behind us, and you can order your food instead of talking to a person. And I see many people going to the actual screen. You know what I'm saying, Lib? Chat. People are avoiding people, and I think that is something that people like to do. Even my wife, she likes to order online at Walmart and does the the pickup on the outside of Walmart, and more people. At first, it wasn't that many cars that did it. This happened around the Rona season, right? We had to buy our groceries
True.
like that, and nobody was really doing it. My wife started doing it, and she likes it better because we went in the store earlier, and we're dealing with people in there, and we kind of don't like dealing with people, to be honest. But the point is, you go into the store, you're going to spend more money. You got your kids, you're really going to spend more money. Happens to us all the time. Whenever you order it on your phone, right, you kind of are more strategic on what you want to buy, and you're not that impulsive. So my wife likes it better to go order off the phone and go pick it up outside of Walmart. Now it's flooded. It's full. Every time I go with my wife to Walmart, it's full of people getting their orders the same way like that. And before it wasn't like that. And again, this is just a small, glimpse into it. But again, like Liberty said, and I'll even go a little bit deeper, how diabolical can it get? Let's be honest, y'all. If this falls into the wrong hands, yes, they can hack it. But what if it goes to the furthest extent of them basically take over? I mean, we've seen movies. This is pretty scary stuff if you think about it. Let's continue.
We call in. I called in 3 days ago because I worked 6 days straight. Robots don't do that, and that's what they are pushing for, bro. Have you sitting at home with the real ID, with your Fed Now money, taking free governmental universal income, slave, bro. Victim to the system, bro. They do not want you out here moving how you want. They do not want you collecting resources. They don't want you to do anything without their knowledge, bro. They want to track every transaction. They want to track your whereabouts. They want to know what you're thinking, bro. And all they want to do is monetize and commercialize that.
Yo.
That mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is taking things that should not be for money or for sale and making them for sale, like your soul, love, things of that nature, bro. And y'all say that it's not coming, bro. It's right around the corner. I promise you, bro, this is coming. Where I'm working right now has proven that. This man sends drones on the top of the buildings, drones inside the building to count how many people are working at all times. This is not a game, bro. I'm telling you, this is just his company, bro. Imagine what they're doing. Like Facebook, all these companies are together. They're acting like they're competitors. They're not. They all have one agenda, bro. And each of them are doing their part. I promise you. I need y'all to really think about this, bro. They're building bulletproof trucks with robots. I don't know if you've seen it, but look it up. Recently, a guy just got pulled over in Dubai by a Cybertruck police, and it had a robot in it, and the robot gave him a ticket for using his phone and not being buckled up. And they sent the fine to his phone. I promise you, bro, these cars are not for normal civilians. You do not make bulletproof trucks for civilians. He is going to supply and fleet out the military and the police force, bro. We will not be able to run and hide. They've already stopped making V8 engines in trucks, and the Chargers. There are no more Hellcats or Hemis being produced. They're all V6s. We will not be able to escape this shit, bro. I promise you, bro, these robots are gonna take your job. They're going to be police forced. They're going to be the new revolution, bro. And we're gonna be on our asses like idiocracy. I promise.
Damn,
Liv, I'm really speechless right now because something in me, and I won't be too much of a weirdo here, but something in me is saying that this man is speaking the truth. I feel it, Liv. Like this guy's not lying, bro. And then I like what you said earlier, Lib, man. You're my partner, brother. Thank you. Hopefully we can outlast this and live to be grown old men. But Lib, you're right, bro. We expected this. Someone said in the chat earlier that they were supposed to have flying cars, by 2000. But maybe it wasn't caught up by then. Like you said earlier, Lib, the advancement in technology is happening so fast. Like I said, I was thinking it would take a little bit longer to get these self-driving trucks. They're already here. So, like you said, Lib, the technology is advancing so fast. We think that they're going to be, driving a truck, without a driver. What if they do start policing the streets? What if they do have these vehicles and, like he said, you can't even outrun them in your V6, right? I mean, they stopped building certain kind of cars, y'all. I mean, most cars nowadays are somehow hooked up to the grid or somehow, have some kind of a surveillance or tracking system in them. Can they sit there and hack you and turn your car off? Who knows how that works, right? I got an 87 Monte Carlo Super Sport with a Chevy 350 motor, and I love my car. It's become more and more valuable to me because can't nobody take that car unless you hotwire it. But the point is, Lib, what this guy's saying is it sounds very eerie, but very possible. Final thoughts. Go ahead, Lib. Damn.
I mean, at this point, it almost seems like an inevitability.
Yup.
But that's why it's also so important. Who runs the government? And think about it. Who's pushing for electric only vehicles? Because people like Elon Musk, even Elon Musk is saying we still need gasoline. We still should have both. We should still have the choice. But who is pushing for only electric vehicles? And who said, look, we can't only be electric. We have to have the choice. Donald Trump, right? Standing against establishment. Another example. And let me take it a step further. That is why it's so important for us to stop the New World Order right now in its track. Because if they gain control, there is no standing up against them. There is no uprising because, like this guy said, when you have a robotic police force, they don't have mercy. They won't side against their masters. There is nothing like that. Like in Venezuela, you see the police officers putting down the batons and marching with the protesters. That won't happen when if the New World Order is complete and there's robot police on every street. They won't show mercy. It doesn't matter. You will be done. And when we have to have something like a chip in the wrist to hold all our data, to have all our payments, guess what? If you speak out against the government, all they have to do is wirely click. You can't get in your own house. You can't pay a bill. You're done. You're done. That's why we have no choice. This is our last chance right now. We have to stop the New World Order. People talk about it. That's what they're trying to do. All these big globalists, it's obvious. Klaus Schwab, George Soros, they speak about it all the time. This is what they want. We have to stop them in their tracks right now before it's too late. At least slow it down. We have to at least slow them down. That's why we need Donald Trump.
Let's go.
Our only hope right now to at least slow it down. Then we can regroup, we can breathe, and we can come up with another plan. That's what we need. It's more important now than ever.
I'll just say I think it's inevitable. The Bible talks about it getting worse. So I would just say this, y'all: draw close to God. He will draw close to you, and pray for better days. And pray, or I would say this: pray for the strength to survive in worse days, right? Because I don't think it's going to get any better. But there it is, y'all. Robots taking over. Let me know what you think. So let's go to the comments, y'all. Hey, shout out, super chat. Thank you again from Freedom says, I'm old enough to be your dad, but I'm your brother in Christ. God bless you, brother. I did fracking for almost 40 years and all over the nation and in foreign land. We must have oil and gas to survive. Totally agree. Drill, baby, drill. That's my motto. Shout out my boy Frankie G in the building. What's up, Frankie? And yeah, live and look what even Frankie says. And I agree to a certain extent. Left wing, right wing, same bird, bro. And I agree. That's why they want to get rid of Trump, because he's not a part of that system. HCB Chemistry says advancements in technology made what we have today. The more advanced we become, the easier and prosperous life gets. That is true, but at the same time, I think that's a detriment to society. People get more lazier, the government gets more control, and by the time you know it, we're living like that movie WALL-E, sitting in a laid back recliner, fat, obese, and not doing nothing at all except being slaves. Right. Anyways, let's go to the next topic, y'all. The next topic at hand will be, boom, if I can get over here, I want to say the hypocrites from the left is disgusting. Now, I got a couple clips y'all I'm going to play here of these despicable Dems here, leftists, libtards, whatever you want to call them, just spewing lies, covering for Kamala. And yeah, we're going to wind it down with these couple of clips, y'all. Check them out.
When she was a child.
The ladies from The View, and nobody really likes these ladies. I don't even know how they stay in power, except for the powers that be.
Nikki Haley's gone by Nikki since she was a child. It's documented in high school. I wouldn't be shocked that as an Indian woman growing up in South Carolina at that time, she actually did to avoid prejudice. So I just want to be careful about critiquing her for going by Nikki.
There's some of us that can be chameleons and decide not to embrace our ethnicity so that we can pass.
I don't think that's fair.
Necessary. You know, I think if she leaned into,
a ton of people don't go by their color. Wait, serious.
I think to question someone's racial identity, especially him, the bar has fallen so low.
Yeah. Nikki Haley's gone by Nikki since she was a child.
There she is, 2 years ago, talking down on Nikki Haley, and now she is, talking down, of course, on Trump. That is, I forgot her name from The View. Can't stand the woman. And I got one more, y'all. This one right here is going to be, if I can get to it, Nancy Pelosi, of all wicked women. Check it out.
Convey to President Biden what you said this morning.
I'm not having any conversations with you or anybody else about what I talked to the president about. We don't do this, y'all.
Do you believe that?
I never do. I never do, so it's nothing new.
I understand, Madam Speaker. Do you believe that him waiting so long to make this decision
I'm not going to be making any comments in the hallway about the fate of our nation. Okay?
Are you concerned whether or not he can win in November?
I think he can win.
Do you believe he should run for re-election?
I'm not. Am I speaking English to you? I'm not going to be making any statements about any of that right now in the hallway.
So they're mad that Trump's being mean to a black journalist, but here's Nancy Pelosi doing the same thing. Your thoughts, Lib? Go ahead. Liberty.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I gotta say, after seeing how she treated the emperor Trump, I gotta say I kind of like this clip. But this just goes to show that these Dems have a free pass. Just like Sleepy Joe can say, if you don't know if you're gonna vote for me, you ain't black. You know what I'm saying? Things like this, they get a free pass. She can act like a pompous asshole, and it's no problem because she's a Democrat queen and she's an establishment shill. And it just goes to show the box seat, the double standard, and it's sickening. And Trump wasn't even being rude. He stood up for himself like a real man would.
Totally agree. And there we are, y'all. Liberty Dragon on the co-host chair. Thank you, Lib. Shout out everybody watching now on the repeat. We appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm still kind of shuddering from that clip of the Brobots, y'all, because I think that's probably how it's gonna play out for us. We're gonna be taking over, and who knows what's gonna happen. We've seen Terminator, right? Terminator Part 2 was pretty, I would say, prophetic. Final words, Lib. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know what, Nino? I have a little bit of optimism. I think there is a possibility for a good future, at least in the near time future. You know, we know the biblical, we know like inevitability to some point, but I haven't completely given up hope. And I think we can still have a golden age in this country. I think it's still possible. It won't be like it used to be. It won't be the same. But I do think that we can possibly still have a golden age. I hold out hope for that. And that's what we should all do. And we should be plentiful. We should have lots of kids, and we should teach them what's right. And we should try to change culture. And at the very least, bring as many people to God as we possibly can. And that's the number
Amen.
one thing that we should do.
Shout out my boy Bone, says MAGA. Bro, if anything, Bone, if you get a chance, you watch the whole thing like you usually do, go ahead. But check out the part about the guy talking about the robots. I'm going to post that clip later by itself. Very crazy, Bone. I know Bone is in Florida, and check that out if you get a chance. Bone. Shout out my boy Frankie G. Shout out everybody in the chat. Thank you, Freedom, for the super chats. God bless you, brother. Amen. Shout out HCB. Everybody that was in here, y'all. We thank y'all for joining us on the live. And with that, check us out on all social media platforms. The Trump video games dropping soon. Lib has been working hard on that. Follow us on all platforms. And with that, y'all, we're out of here. Christ is Lord. And God bless y'all. Later.
Holla.